But it should be noted though, like the DC movies seem to be getting worse. And the Marvel movies seem to be getting better. Megan Fox just came out and said, no one should see Jonah Hex ever. I'm like, nobody did. You have to remind everybody.
Hey, remember this movie I was in that nobody saw and everybody hated? You shouldn't watch it. Okay, Megan, thank you.
Go make another Turtles movie.
Go take your toe thumbs and get out of here.
The walking real doll saying something. Ooh.
Yeah, no, bright spot to the movie. I absolutely love the Aquaman casting.
The Aquaman casting is cool. Like I said, I called him Rob Zombie. Yeah. So but yeah, I mean, going back to the RMP Summer Spectacular, I mean, how much has your movie failed when you're looking forward to seeing Aquaman?
Yeah. I mean, I still think he's in. I still think that's the best way to go for it, because there's the whole, because of Family Guy, everyone's got the whole, Aquaman's a pussy. He's not, and I think Khal Drago, Jason Momoa playing him is best possible casting they could have gotten.
But that's kind of what I imagine what Aquaman would look like. Like, kind of like big beardy guy under the sea with a trident, and and he probably, and because of the going down to such depths, his skin probably would be like rock hard or impenetrable, So I mean, that's kind of at least they did something right.
Do you think he tattooed it before or after that?
That's.
I'm just imagining like little fishy tattoo artists at the beginning, at like the bottom of the ocean.
It's like squid ink, Let's get the squids to do it,
No, I absolutely loved. I mean, can't say I love, because he was in the movie for all of 20 seconds.
30 seconds at the most.
And most of that was just shiny eyes under a rock.
One problem I actually had. One of the problems I had was the security footage.
Okay, yeah. That
Bruce Wayne tapped into. Why were the comic book logos on that footage? Did Lex Luthor's art department have that commissioned specially for me? Oh yeah, we need to come up with some catchy logos for these guys. Yeah, make sure they have nothing to do with the comic books. Yeah. Just get right on that, fellas.
I'm just assuming Lex Luthor has like a dream journal where he just sketches this stuff out.
Did you notice Chris Pine was actually in that photo of Wonder Woman from 1918?
I did not.
Yeah, Chris Pine is Steve Trevor. He was in that photo. Yeah.
So apparently, we all missed a Hal Jordan cameo.
We did, yeah.
In that, I've seen the picture of the guy.
What's his name? First of all,
let me pull it up see if I can. His name is Dan M. Boyer. He's an unknown, but I guess
is he British?
I have no idea. But
oh yeah, he looks the part.
Yeah, no, he definitely does look like a young Hal Jordan.
Isn't there some kind of law now that everybody cast as an American superhero has to be British,
or a completely different ethnicity?
Yeah, we got to get around those SAG minimums in one way or another, guys. Come on.
How about Idris Elba? He'd make a great Wonder Woman.
Coming this summer, the Pope Francis story starring Idris Elba.
Look, Idris Elba is a great actor.
Oh yeah.
But stop trying to put him in everything. Like any African American superhero. Let's just do Idris Elba. Half of the white superheroes. Let's have it Idris Elba.
He's become one of those names that he's the go-to guy now.
You know who should play Batman? Idris Elba. I wish I was making that one up.
Yeah, I've heard that, and that's another whole nother ball of wax that I really don't want to get into here. Yeah, so Idris Elba. Yeah, Idris Elba is actually going to be in Dark Tower, the Stephen King novel.
Okay.
Yeah, so
he's going to be in the novel.
Not the novel. He's going to be in the movie version.
Gotcha.
That'd be incredible if they were actually able to rewrite the novel. I imagine somebody's working on it with WordPerfect now.
And just like casting people. And then this guy who is so clearly Idris Elba.
So, but this movie is supposed to lay the groundwork for a DC cinematic universe. And now...
such an ass-backward way of doing things.
People keep saying don't compare them to Marvel, but Marvel set the standard.
Yeah.
And they did it best, and they've done it so far better than anyone.
I don't think there is a competent way you could not compare them to Marvel. That's like, don't compare Pepsi to Coke. You have to.
Yeah, I mean,
like, that's the standard bearer.
yeah, going forward. It's the template for doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Introduce all of these guys, spend time on them, give them their own solo movies where the audience can invest. And then when they come together, you care. When you do a 2.5 hour movie where you try and just ham hock everything into a short window, no one cares about these characters at all.
Yeah. One of the big problems, like I said, you're doing this backwards. There's no groundwork. And I really get the feeling that this is a movie they did not want to make. That they felt they had to make it. Simply because that they saw the Avengers and Warner Brothers needs a tentpole.
Yes.
Harry Potter's over. The Hobbit wrapped up. They need a big tentpole series. And actually, that's one of the things I said. Doomsday looks like one of the leftover orcs they had from The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. And they need something to go forward and line up their big releases over the next 5 years.
Maybe they can get Gandalf to join the Justice League.
Gandalf, Batman, why must you... I can't do this now. So.
Superman, you have become a conjurer of cheap tricks. You shall not pass. Sorry.
But we're looking now at the release schedule for Warner Brothers.
That provides like a great crossovers for like the Green Lantern movie. Like, I'm gonna need you to give me that ring back. No, it's my precious.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Lord of the Rings meets the Green Lantern Corps.
It needs to happen now.
The ring cannot be merely brought into Mordor. It must be flown into Mordor.
Frodo! Do you think Batman knows about second breakfast? 11sies, afternoon tea.
I pronounce you the Council of the Green Lantern Corps of the Rings.
Oh, someone needs to write a fan fiction. I'm too lazy.
I think somebody's already on it.
Someone's working on it.
But that's another thing too. I mean, this movie comes across more as like fan fiction. Fan fiction brought to life. It's what somebody's idea of.
And then Batman pulled out his gun and shot everyone.
Exactly.
And then he woke up.
It's like I said, conceptually, it was what two 5-year-olds would come up with playing with action figures.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
And then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. There was like no story structure whatsoever.
and then the Flash comes to Batman in a dream. Oh yeah, Flash is in this too. That is the worst 5-year-old impression I think I've ever done.
Oh boy, I could do that through. I could fix it through auto-tune.
No, don't leave it as it is.
We're gonna leave it as it is. This is live. This is real, people. But going forward, we got Suicide Squad is coming on August 5th, and like you said, they've been spending a lot of money doing reshoots. Because apparently all the jokes are lame,
and or non-existent,
or there's no jokes whatsoever.
Yeah, they're starting to realize maybe Christopher Nolan doesn't know what he's talking about. People don't like humor; they never have.
Yeah, and production's already starting on Wonder Woman. Production's already underway on Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
When's Wonder Woman coming out?
June 17th of 2017.
Okay.
Which hopefully they can. I think it might be too late to correct some of the problems with that, unless they go through extensive reshoots.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Justice League apparently is going to be beginning production in a month, around sometime in late April, maybe early May.
Yeah, that is way too soon. I really am a firm believer that you need to introduce all of these characters before you.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I don't know if they're banking on everybody being familiar with from the Cartoon Network series Justice League, but I mean, what does really? I mean, Cyborg, really? That's where you're going with this. Cyborg, hipster Flash, and Khal Drogo.
Yeah, I mean, I like Cyborg. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he's not a bad character, but I mean,
I don't know. I think Martian Manhunter probably would have been.
Martian Manhunter, yeah,
would have been a little better.
Hawkman might have been cool, but he dies every 10 days.
That's true. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, wait up, guys! Bang. Don't want to say he's like Kenny.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they killed Hawkman.
You bastards. Yeah. No, that's.
Yeah. Then we have Flash that's coming in March of 2018 with Ezra Miller with the stupid rat stash.
Yeah, you have a Flash. Use him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, they're doing crossovers with Supergirl. I don't understand why this isn't one unified universe. I really don't.
It's really, I don't know. I think it really sets them back just starting out.
So if we take it into, we have the DC cinematic universe now. Okay, then we have the DC television universe, which shares its continuity between. We have to assume Supergirl, Arrow, and Flash.
Yes, I would have to assume so.
All of those three. Then we have Gotham, which is its own thing.
Yeah,
a Batman series without Batman. That makes a lot of sense. Oh boy, but it's just a mess.
No, it's a huge mess. It almost seems like they have different people in charge of all these things, and like all of them are too proud just to be like, hey, why don't we team up?
Yeah. That's actually another thing. Before let's just run down the rest of the movies. Aquaman is coming in July of 2018.
July 27th, 2018.
Your birthday.
That is my birthday.
Happy birthday, Jake. But and we have this one is we have no other information than this. Batman 2018 to be determined. Apparently Ben Affleck has written a Batman script and he will direct a Batman movie. Then we have Justice League Part 2 coming in June of 2019, Shazam coming in April 2019 before that, and Cyborg coming in April 2020. And we have to assume that Green Lantern or Green Lantern Corps is going to be coming sometime after Cyborg.
Yeah, I would assume so. That seems like the last one they want to do.
But my gut instinct tells me that the Batman movie is going to be moved up.
Oh God, yeah.
We're either, I don't know if they're going to move back Aquaman or they're going to move back Flash, but when all else fails, they go right back to Batman.
So,
and seeing that Ben Affleck is the one thing that people responded to, not necessarily you, but like I said, it seems to be he seems to be the one that is garnering the most praise. Ben Affleck's portrayal as Bruce Wayne and Batman. It would seem that the only takeaway they're going to get from this is that people want to see more Batman.
And there's a few things that worry me about that. Is he was fine as Bruce Wayne. Do I like as far as like how he was as Batman? You could have literally stuck anybody in that. It was a giant suit with a voice that wasn't Ben Affleck's. Like,
yeah,
it's a voice changer, and even the suit I was reading was actually based off of another guy. They actually had another guy like
another guy in mind for the.
They actually based the suit off of a bodybuilder. They had him come in, like they plastered him.
Really?
Yeah, they basically used a body double, more or less, for.
That's what I found was weird, was that you have this enormous suit. And then you show Bruce Wayne, and he's not that big.
Yeah, no, because he was.
That suit looks absurd. I mean, it's.
Yeah, there was another guy they plastered that suit off of, and so I mean, it's just.
I understand Batman has to look intimidating, but there's ways to do it without doing that. And of course, we had the Iron Man suit. I mean,
yeah,
that's what best with Bat Iron Man. I mean,
yeah,
Iron Batman or whatever. The
Iron Bat.
Iron Bat, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that character was strong enough that can sustain its own movie. Like he was a bright spot, but if you ran a 2.5 hour, because that seems like their standard movie running times. If you ran a 2.5 hour, movie with just that character, I don't know if people would like it as much as they have.
Yeah, one of the problems, like I said, this is all 90s comic book aesthetic.
Yes.
And like I said, some of the things, and Zack Snyder, like you said, that's his standard running time. He does great visuals, but he doesn't know squat about storytelling. I mean, that's been the common consensus.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you try to make everything look like a comic book panel, but come on, it's a visual medium, but it's also there's other things you have to keep it moving forward.
Yeah.
And there was like I said, the bright spot being Batman. I can't help but think, like I said, they're just gonna keep going back to the Batman well. And the whole idea was that you have to develop these characters so that in case Batman tanks, you're not stuck. You have someplace else to go.
I'm about to ask a can of worms question.
What's the can of worms? I got my can opener. I'm ready.
So
fire it up.
So as far as I've kind of the question is, and I have an impression that they've given me is what is the continuity between the Christian Bale Batman and this one? And what I've kind of gathered is it's actually the same continuity. This is just 20 years later where he's returned to being Batman.
I've read in places that this Batman doesn't have anything to do with the Christian Bale Batman.
Okay.
That's what I've read. That this is a separate Batman. The Christian Bale movies are standalone. They're by themselves. They're in that universe. And that this is actually a different Batman. It is interesting, though, to see that... it is an interesting idea that this is an older Batman.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Bruce Wayne was always a guy maybe in his mid to late 30s. So Ben Affleck is 44, 45 maybe.
Yeah.
And so it does kind of fit. I will tell you though, the one... because I've been saying this movie has no emotional weight to it. This movie has no gravity. There was one moment that I did like. Was that when Bruce Wayne shows up and the building collapses and he saves the little girl?
Yeah.
And he says, I'm here to help you. Something where it's like, where's your mom? And she points to the skyscraper. And it's just in ruins. Yeah. I was a bit verklempt at that moment. Because it was the only genuine moment from that scene.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm like
from the movie.
From the entire movie. I'm like, that was the only emotionally charged scene in it. Because it showed that there were innocent people losing their lives in this big morass of destruction that Zack Snyder doesn't seem to care about. And it just seems like Zack Snyder said, "Oh yeah, you don't want me to address that? Okay, here you go." It seems like they're throwing that as a bone to us.
Yeah,
yeah. That no, okay, yeah. These people's lives did mean something. Watch, I'll show you. And he did it. You referenced it once, and then that was it.
All right, we're done with that. Let's go back to blowing up courthouses.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Apparently, those were all Trump supporters at the rally. You see those signs? Superman is an illegal alien.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I don't think a wall's going to stop him. Yeah, Trump's got to find some more kryptonite. So,
just lacing the giant border wall with kryptonite. Use today over it. It's called the Fortress of Solitude for a reason.
Oh God! And what was up with that cameo with Kevin Costner? Really, that felt wedged in.
Kevin, I don't remember that.
Where Clark Kent goes, he's hiking through the
that's
tundra.
right. With okay. All right. With his talking to his dead dad on top of mountains. Yeah, no, that was a little. There was a lot in that movie that was just like, why
is this in here?
Why is this?
You owe Kevin Costner a couple bucks. I mean, you have to try to find a few more lines for him.
I want to be in the movie. Your character's dead. I know, but I want to be in. Make it happen. All right.
Oh boy, Kevin Costner, man. Kevin Costner was just in that new movie with Ryan Reynolds about the secret agent gets his memories transplanted into Ryan Reynolds or whatever it is.
I don't think I've seen that.
Well, nobody has, so don't feel bad. But let's talk about the way forward, though.
Okay, sure.
Like I said, I think we're going to see that Batman movie's going to. What do you think?
I've voiced my trepidation with it. I'm interested to see what they're going to do as a story. And And I think Suicide Squad is probably going to answer a lot of, where it is bad. I personally I think this Joker that's in Suicide Squad is a former Robin.
You think so?
I do.
You think they're going to go with the Red Hood story?
A variation of it. I don't think they're going to do it exactly. But I could see like a Joker torturing a Robin, that Robin, either picking up that Robin picking up the Joker's mantle because Batman failed him. There's a lot of things I've seen too where Jared Leto's Joker has a J branded into him, and that could make sense as far as like he was a Robin who was branded by the Joker.
Might be like was Jason Todd, you think?
Yeah.
Tim Drake. And have they said who's going to be Robin? Is there not going to be a Robin in this universe?
I mean, I don't think so because he's, they showed the Robin suit in
they were leaning toward. I can't remember who the actress's name was. They were leaning toward a female Robin, like in The Dark Knight Returns. They were leaning toward that for a while.
Okay.
So that might be something that might still.
I mean, they ended with Gordon Levitt, Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
yeah.
Ended it with that still always gets me, that last scene too. Like, oh, what's your real name? Robin? Really? That's what you're gonna. Robin's real name is Robin. Like, who knew Superman was Superman Jones?
That sounds like the most awesome 70s blaxploitation character, Superman Jones. Let's get on that. We gotta. That's a movie. If it's not, doesn't exist, that's a movie we gotta make.
Oh man, that's fraud kryptonite. That's my weakness.
Oh, there's just so much potential for that now. Superman Jones. Yeah, coming next summer, Superman Jones.
Yeah, no, it just. So I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind a Robin. I kind of like the thought of a female Robin. I think it'd even be kind of cool if you learned that little girl whose mom died at the beginning, Bruce Wayne took in, and now he's training her to do karate and
Krav Maga.
Yeah. So I'd be cool, and I think there would be a lot of good storytelling to do with that, with Bruce kind of coming to the terms with failing a Robin and bringing himself to try again.
Yeah. Actually, there was rumored to be a Batman Beyond movie a number of years ago.
Okay.
But with Charlton Heston was supposed to be an aged Bruce Wayne, which would have been awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, but he had Alzheimer's, and from my cold dead hands, Mr. Heston, please give us back the cowl. Please. From my cold Mr. Heston, please give us back the cowl. We're not making the movie anymore.
I'm Batman.
You maniacs.
That's great.
But like I said, it's the
Robin, fetch me my belt. I'm going hunting.
Yeah. So I don't know. So what do we have left to cover here? Is there?
Did we go through? Let's see. Where do we leave off on
Cyborg?
On the movie? Cyborg.
2020. JL2. Oh, this is all leading to Darkseid, though.
Oh yeah. And I mean they hinted at that in the and that's another thing too. You need to explain things, Warner Brothers. You have to assume the people in your theater have no idea what you're talking about. While Rob and I can sit there and be like, oh, we're comic savvy enough where we know that these random winged guys flying around are Darkseid minions. Your average moviegoer is just like, what the hell is happening right now? And it gets really confusing, and it gets up its own ass when you don't actually explain anything.
And again, like I said, people are going to say, oh, it's unfair to compare to Marvel. But that's what Marvel did with, all these movies are separate.
Yes.
But they all work to form a larger arc. And, you see things now when you watch them going back, you see elements of this, elements of that, this piece of that puzzle, this piece of that. And they pull them in. Like the Tesseract from Captain America First Avenger.
Yeah.
That's an Infinity Stone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they're, and like I said, Thor comes to Earth, and opening that door for other worlds to come in. And like I said, the Vision has an Infinity Stone implanted in his forehead, and
The ether from Thor 2.
the ether from Thor 2, the stone from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, it's all connected, and
They found a easy organic way to bring in Thanos in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, and even at the end of the first Avengers, even if you didn't know who Thanos was, when they showed that big reveal, they didn't show, and that's the thing I love. They didn't spoil it in the trailer by showing you. Even if you didn't know who Thanos was, you knew this was something important.
Yes.
And you don't get the feeling of anything being important in Batman versus Superman. You really don't.
Yeah, and I mean, Marvel introduced you to Thanos. DC tried introducing you to henchmen of Darkseid who clearly do not belong in that world. Just like the Chitauri didn't belong in the, but there was an introduction to the Chitauri, not just random dream sequences where, like, since when does Batman get prophetic dreams? Like, why are we taking any of this with anything more than a grain of salt?
If anything, I think Darkseid would have been more suited to be, because it's otherworldly, it would be much more suited to be introduced in a Green Lantern movie.
Absolutely.
Because you have, like, the Green Lantern Corps in space, you have many more Green Lanterns. I mean, you have, there's 3,600 Green Lanterns. I mean, somebody out there is going to run into Darkseid, or somebody who knows Darkseid. It's...
Is it I thought it was like 7,200?
Well, there were 3,600 at one point.
Oh, okay. Maybe
they doubled. Maybe they had a big recruiting drive. I don't know.
Yeah, I might be completely wrong on that.
Yeah. But like I said, well, obviously, that all kind of went to pot when Green Lantern bombed. So I mean,
yeah.
I haven't been that disappointed in a movie like this since Green Lantern. I was one of those people looking forward to Green Lantern, and this just fell completely flat. It irritates me because I want these movies to be good.
Yeah, no. I wish they were. I really wish. I wanted this movie to be good. I wanted so badly to like it.
So anyway, Jake, what's your final rating on Batman v Superman: Dawn of Just Toast?
I'm giving it half a Chewbacca.
Yeah, I gave it a Jar Jar.
Yeah, I'm two Jar Jars for me.
I think maybe one Jar Jar. 2 Jar Jars is still kind of harsh.
Just for me, just because there was no story being told.
No, there was elements of a story.
Yes, but nothing coherent. No scene played on a previous one. It was all just disjointed random happenings that led to a fight.
Yeah. The big problem, and I've heard other people say this, and I'm going to say this right now. Batman versus Superman is not a movie. It's a scene in a movie.
Yes.
That should be no more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I mean, there's this huge buildup, and it was like back in the day when, it's like a big boxing match where someone, you hear about for months and months and months and months, and then it's over in 30 seconds. It doesn't even last one round, or it's just two guys just circling, like the Manny Pacquiao fight.
It was completely ridiculous that they were able to like mend their differences because their moms have the same name. Like, thank God Hitler's mom's name wasn't Martha, or else Batman would slap a swastika on his arm and start, fighting for the Third Reich.
I know. Brother, yeah, but so disappointing.
Yeah.
So disappointing. So, do you think this is going to be a bigger disappointment? Do you think Ghostbusters is going to be a bigger disappointment? Well, there's no hope for Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I can't be disappointed by Ghostbusters because I'm not seeing it.
Me neither. There's no hope for... The difference here is you have no hope for that. This, we were all hoping it was going to be good.
Yes, I had my doubts, but I was hoping. But yeah, no hope for Ghostbusters.
So anyway, we know Melman was disappointed by it too.
Yeah, no, Melman's actually behind his glass. He's literally roaring with anger. It's
He's
ridiculous.
frothing at the mouth. Yeah.
He hates when we bring him up.
Melman's disappointed we didn't go to Rainbow Trout Studios to record this. So. Maybe next time, Melman. So anyway, so we're gonna wrap this up. Any final thoughts?
No, I think we've
pretty much covered it.
Yeah, we pretty succinctly.
Yeah. So last time, well, not last time, but one more time. This is Rob Robot Shlomo,
and I am Sir William Regal.
And this has been the Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice movie
Part 2.
Special Part 2. The final happening, whatever.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah. So we're gonna bid you adieu from Shabby Road Studios. We're gonna put Melman back in his cage. And to my subscribers, thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.
Woot.
Yeah, I know the clock is ticking.